What do
But
I... Topper Room wants to know, what do we think about the no clapping rule at Oxford Uni? I think it's fucking stupid.
yeah, I mean, it's frustrating because it's been widely misreported. And unfortunately, because it's not a no. They're just what they've said is they want to promote and prioritize jazz hands. So it's not quite a ban. You can still clap technically, but they're kind of creating it where it's a shameful thing. Where you're a bit of a rebel if you want to do it.
Jazz
Um,
hands, that's racist.
yeah. Well, it's talking about fucking Oxford, mate. Oxford. If you're at Oxford and you can't handle clapping, then something's gone wrong with the admissions. You should not be there.
There's nobody at Oxford that can't handle clapping.
No,
There's
I
just
believe you.
people at Oxford that want to have power over others.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
all it is.
that's my issue with it. So I don't like the way it got reported because it got reported as an outright ban. Clapping is banned, and that's not actually true. But but at the same time, it is true because they're trying to shame you out of doing it. So that if you do clap, you're single. It's one of them, isn't it? It's like weasel words. Um,
Every time these stories come out, it makes me feel like a fucking boomer.
yes, well, that's why I was looking up Boomer Island earlier. It's like we just need to go there, and I was like, oh,
So I've
Tasmania.
noticed
It's a
that
bit foreign.
the closer I get to 50, the more gammon I'm genuinely becoming.
Yeah. Well, I can't believe that students are even having a conversation about should we have clapping or not. I can't believe that's even going on.
I mean, students have always been left leaning, but do you remember when they were the firebrands that challenged authority, tried to push the envelope, tried to,
Yeah.
and it used to be that the generation that went before you was disappointed because you were too wild, too extreme, too forward thinking. Now the generation that came before you is just disappointed because you're a fucking disappointment.
Yeah.
Because you're just so bland and boring that I'm worried that the 2020s and the 2030s are going to be like the fucking 1950s.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where we're going. I mean, and they'll all be doing jazz hands whilst John Legend is singing "It's Your Body, It's Your Choice." Um,
Well,
going, oh well, we're
my
safe
son
now.
will not be doing jazz hands. He'll be clapping and singing "Fuck Like a Beast" by Wasp. That's what he'll be
Excellent.
doing. I'm not having any of that bollocks for my lad. It's just ridiculous. It's disgusting. And now I'm all gammoned up. I should be relaxing. It's midnight. Gammon is coming out of every pore because of all these ridiculous milky toast appeasing shithouses we have giving into everybody and every fucking thing, bending over backwards for the tiniest minority in society. The majority of that minority don't even want this shit. It's the fucking people that decide we should do things for them. The
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
activists.
yeah. There's nothing wrong with them other
What?
than their obvious
Yeah.
narcissism.
But what about people that can't stand clapping? How did they leave the fucking house? If clapping, is it just clapping? Or is it any loud noise? Because if it's just clapping, that's an awfully specific medical condition that must put you in the 0.0001 percentile of the population. If that's the case, fuck you. You're gonna have to stay at home.
Yeah.
Can't change society for everybody. You can't do it, nor should you, but now we have to try. Now we have to try. The majority, the norm, is disgusting. It's disgusting. We have to make allowances for people that, some reason, shit their pants if someone gives somebody else a round of applause. People that go to conferences and say, don't speak to me. They want to
Yeah.
go and sit in quiet rooms at conferences.
They got the
Stay,
little red badge on in the quiet room.
stay at home. Because,
Yeah.
well, why shouldn't I be allowed to attend? Because you're bringing nothing to it except the fact that you're a fucking nuisance and just causing extra work for nothing, you spoiled prick. Stay at fucking home. Stay home, and when they're inside, nail the fucking door shut and push food through the fucking letterbox for them. They're no either use nor ornaments of society at large. Fuck them. Fuck them. And if I had my way, in the mincer. In you go. In you get. Or maybe I just hold up a sign saying "in you go" so they didn't have to hear a voice.
Yeah. Hey, do you know what? This is already happening though. The Lib Dems, and I wouldn't dream that the fact that the Lib Dems voted Joe Swinson as their leader tells me that the Lib Dems are a lost cause right now.
Oh, 100%.
Even if I was pro Remain, cancel cancel Article 50, all that stuff. Even if I was that, I still couldn't bring myself to vote for them. I'd probably end up with Labour because I saw what's he called, Iron Mike, the guy I saw because I watch his interviews on YouTube sometimes, and he was talking about he sits in the thing outside the thing, and he was talking about the French protests, and he said, oh, they're all over there getting their heads bashed in, and this Lib Dem MP actually said, can you please not use that language? And he was like, what? But but the police are literally running over and bashing. That's what they're doing. I'm not going to police my language for you. You're an MP. If you can't hear that, what the fuck are you doing in there? So and then that gets us to the wider point of Oxford now, with the whole clapping thing. Who are they breeding? Because like it or not, there are issues with bringing other people. Like it or not, those universities are training world leaders. Not even just for our country, for people all over the world. And who are we producing right now exactly?
Do you know what this is going to lead to?
What?
This is going to lead, it's maybe not the next generation, maybe with the one after that, an absolute fucking meltdown of insanity.
Yeah,
it's going to swing so far to the right, it's going to be fucking terrifying. And maybe it'll kickstart the youth into rebelling rather than regressing.
They are doing, man. They already are. I mean, I really struggle to understand what any of them are saying. But when I do look at what the kids are doing at the moment, they are all over it.
So that's it. There's a guy on our street. Probably he might even watch this. I don't know. But
he's
very, very strict with his kids. Like very, very strict. I mean, they're lovely kids. He's a nice enough guy. His wife's a lovely woman, But he's very down the line. And I can't help thinking it can only go one of two ways with those kids. Either they're going to be tremendous adults, or around the age of 15 or 16, they're going to go absolutely fucking mental.
Little sluts, that's what they're going to be.
And
too strict.
It's his business. He's, right now, like I say, they're wonderful kids. They're really nice kids. They're nice to talk to. They're good kids, but I just feel like that with the way our whole society is. Don't, you're wrong. I mean, it's this awful thing, and now if we're talking about this, I'm going to be a racist, but somehow if you're born white, you're being told constantly you should be ashamed. You should be ashamed because somehow we've gone past the point of trying to engender empathy in our kids. Trying to teach them that all humans are equal, that everyone has the same rights, the same abilities, let go of regressive things of the past. But we've overshot that considerably to the point where we now must make you feel like a piece of shit. And I don't get it. And the fact that it's all right online say, well, you can't have an opinion about this because you're white. What the fuck? Well, you're just showing your privilege. It's just an opinion. What the fuck are you talking about? But people are embracing it, white people included. They embrace this. No, we shouldn't talk about these things. We've got no right. I'm sick and tired of being told if I've not done something, I shouldn't have an opinion on it. Recently, it was because someone showed me a guy who's put a book out, had cribbed bits from Wikipedia, and I pointed out that that's fucking wrong. If you're selling this, you shouldn't be just lifting shit out. So everyone piled on and everything. And one guy said, if you've not written a book, you should shut the fuck up. I'm like, hang on. You critique films all the time. You've never made a fucking film, you fucking loser. Who the fuck are you to tell me what I can and can't talk about? It's just, but we're living in a society where people get together. Yeah, you shouldn't talk about that. Fuck you, I'll talk about anything I like. It's my opinion. I'm entitled to it. And, you're entitled not to listen to it. But you're not entitled to stop me fucking having it.
Yeah, I always think about that. That's one for abortion, isn't it? Because that's one where it boils down. It's like, well, man shouldn't have an opinion on that.
I've always been very clear. I'm not pro-abortion. But that's me. I don't have to have them.
But that's the thing, though. If your taxes are paying for that to happen, you're allowed to have an opinion on that the same way you're allowed to have an opinion on anything.
But my opinion isn't automatically something I think should be legislation. I mean, granted, most of the time I think it should be.
Yeah, you do. That'd be a horrific
But
mess. It'd be a lot of fun.
on things like that, I'm not really anti-abortion, but I'm not pro-abortion. But I don't think that should be my will should be imposed on everybody. It's just an opinion that I'm sharing. If I was told to vote tomorrow, I'd have to think long and hard about it. But because I'm not going to vote tomorrow on the matter of abortion, and it's in a conversation, this is just what I think. You know, this is just what I think. This is just how I feel. And somehow we've gone past this point of people being able to just, oh, this is what I think. Into, you'd like to see that, wouldn't you? It's just what I think. You know, and for all the bullshit and the way I'd like things to be would not be great for society. So no, that's not how it should be, but that's just how I feel about things. Because it's not up to me, and nor should it be up to me. But now everyone makes it, somehow everything's a desire to inflict suffering on other people, to inflict some kind of slavery on other people just because you've got an opinion that doesn't match these boring, dull, beige assholes that are trying to ruin our fucking lives. Oh, well, if you say that, you clearly don't care about that. If you're not against racism, you're for it. How about, here is my intellectual opinion on racism, and there you go. But I'm not going to tell people not to be racist. A, it doesn't work. B, it doesn't fucking work. And C, you'll make them worse. You know, but now it's we should silence everybody. Silence, you must be silenced and cancelled. In fact, not enough that you're not allowed to speak. We want to take your livelihood away. We're going to punish your family. We're going to tell your kids how terrible they are. I fucking hate it. I absolutely hate it. You know, so, yeah, fuck them, Graham. Fuck these people. Each and every fucking one of them. In the mincer.
No, I agree with you, man. I totally agree with you. There's no like it's like that shit on Thursday. Like, there's plenty of people you could have had that conversation with who were then like, right, Hayden is now my mortal enemy for life.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm gonna make sure he can't work, he can't do it, and it's like, well, no, you just, you know, I mean, we just had a difference of opinion on the way things should be done. I think a lot of people forget. You know, and I was talking to an American friend of mine the other day, and she very much like loves AOC, thinks that, you know, Republicans just hate the gays, hate all gay people, like just want to murder them. And I was like, look, man, like, you know, Republicans want to stop school shootings just as much as Democrats do. They just have a different idea of how to go about that. They've got the same destination as you, and it's like that for a lot of people. You know, we all want kids to be educated, we all want sick people to be healed. We've just got different ideas of how to get there, but the problem is at the moment we're so focused on the path rather than the destination, you know. And I think politically the destination is important, you know. Out in your life it's all about the path, baby. It's very rarely about the destination, but in terms of policy and politics, obviously it's the words that are signed at the end of the day. Dude, we've had Midget Porn Addict has paid us money, so we've got to read this. The last time Graham went to the beach, 10 Greenpeace activists tried to drag him back into the sea.
Some Japanese fellas tried to fucking stab him. So, yeah.